Bonjour YouTube, today we're in Hauts-de-France region in Dunkerque. So let's explore this small town together. On y va? By the way, the buses are free here every day, even on the weekends. We all go to Vietnam, there are two. And one of them is very aggressive. So this one doesn't let anyone come nearby to food.
And the second one just arrived.
Yeah.
Hi.
And our wedding traditions continue. It seems like Saturdays are very popular for people to get married. This time there is an African wedding. I like it, and I've lost Sinan, so we need to find him right now. So we are in our room, and this is so crazy. This hotel is like studio apartments, and every room has its own different theme. So we are in China. Look at this. This is crazy. I love it. And look, you've got this. You've got a fan. You've got a fan. This is insane. You've got your own kitchen area, and follow me. I will show you something in the toilet. Check this out. Ta-da! I like it. It's fun. It's really fun, and it's clean. That's important. 60 euros and €2 tax for hotel. That's all. Right, so we're gonna relax a little bit, and then we're gonna go and explore the city. We're gonna go to the beach. So now we are at the not top of Beffroi, but we're almost there, and we are going up to see like a sound demonstration or a concert of carillon. Carillon is basically the bells. This is the bells concert. So I'm not sure. I think we should go inside now. So basically, what you have carillon over here. So the cloche, the bells are all here, and the man will come and he will start playing these bells, and it's gonna be a little bit of a concert. I think we need to go to the glass room so we don't go deaf. This is the glass room. We're gonna go there in the cabin. Sinan is a little bit freaked out because we're a little bit high up and it's windy, but you know what? It's amazing.
Okay, now we are going up to Beffroi to have the full view of this amazing town.
So now we're on the top of Beffroi, literally on the top of it. As you can hear the music, she's still playing. So she was like, yeah, according to the new rules, you cannot stay inside the box. So we're like, okay, no problem. So we went up, and here you can see the whole city. It's beautiful.
So let's go down.
But it was nice!
Yeah. Normally I'm afraid of height, but this time I didn't feel afraid. I think because all the sides were bordered off.
Yeah.
and it was very secure and it was fine.
It felt better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had the full view of the Église, the church. It was
From the
really-
roof.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So you've come here. It's how much is it? €5?
Yeah, €5 for adults,
€5
€3.5 for kids per person. Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
So we're starting our morning with a visit to the statue of Jean Bart, who was he is still the emblem of the city. He's a popular croisier. He was famous for working for Louis XIV. Yeah. And from now on, this place is basically dedicated to him, and they have all the festivals and all the main events when they happen in the city, they happen here.
Here, every year there is a festival which dates back to the 17th century. Back then, people used to celebrate the sailors' departure. So they were on the sea for 6 months, and before they go on trip, the local people, used to celebrate their departure. And apart from that, Dunkerque is the 5th most populated town in Hauts-de-France region.
One of the best things about European cities is this. Just listen to it. It's incredible. And it's coming from Beffroi. Right there. So that street furniture, the one behind me, is so strange. It's like I find it really beautiful because it shimmers with the light, and it's got mirror. When you walk under it, you can look up and you're reflecting yourself. It's so beautiful.
So we are just at Hôtel de Ville de Dunkerque, and inside there is a hall with a big stained window glass, which signifies Jean Bart's victory of textile war. Earlier, when I was talking about the festivals of Dunkerque, back in the day, the mayor of the town used to come out on the balcony and used to throw herring at the people who used to celebrate Jean Bart's return.
So Tourmaline behind me is like the weirdest example and the most excellent example of how the modern architecture of the mid-20th century doesn't age well. You look behind, you look at the tower, it was built only in 1974, but you can see already that it's aging really badly, and the idea of this tower was to be like the modern version of the Tower of Leughenaer, which is right behind. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but we're gonna see it in a bit. It means thief, by the way, that name. And so it was supposed to look like a modern version of that tower, but ironically that tower, the older one, looks better than the newer one. Now we're next to the Tour. I have to check this. Leughenaer. Okay, I'm really sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but it's a very difficult word for me to pronounce. So this is the tower that was one of the 28 towers that used to be part of the protective wall around the city and around the port. This tower, why it's called Leughenaer, is because it means, in Flamand, it means thief, voleur. What it was doing before, until 1824, is that they used to light up the fake light, not the fake light, but like light, to confuse the enemy's boats. And after the 1824, they turned it into a proper lighthouse, and yeah, it's been ever since like that. And funny thing, it's much older. It dates all the way down to like 14th century, and it looks much better than the Tour Marine. So Dunkirk is often referred to as the city of four towers. From the port side, from where we are, the old ancient port, you can actually see all four of them. You can see the old one, to Leughenaer. Sinan is laughing at me because I never get the name right. I'll put it down. Then you can see to Marine, which is there, much younger and approximately 50 years old. Then you can see the tower of Hôtel de Ville, and then you can see the Beffroi, which we climbed up on. And yeah, so you've got all four of them right here, and I think it's a really good perspective on the city. So you really don't want to be in these waters right now. I have never seen this many, what do they call them? So what do you call them? Jellyfish. Yes, so many, like hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands even. Probably it's the season, I don't know, tell us if it's the season. We don't know. But there are so many of them, it's insane, and they're so close to the surface, and they're like shining, they're glowing. Yeah, anyway, so we're walking along the port. We're going towards the area where there is like a maritime museum, and also this used to be historic port. This is where they had all the trade before, but then it moved outside of the city, and now it's more of like a leisure kind of port. You can see that the yachts, they're just private yachts, it seems.
Le Sandati is the last French fireboat that used to navigate other ships, not to have an accident in the sea. That's why you can see this bright red color, so that it can be seen from far away.
So behind me is Duchesse Anne. That's the name of this ship. It used to belong to the Germans until after the Second World War, and that's when it was renamed. It was given as part of reparations to French after the Second World War. And then the cadets of the submarine, they keep the team, I don't know how to say it. Basically, the submarine cadets used to live here. It used to be their accommodation. But then, in 1959, the ship was disarmed, and it was left for abandon until 1980s when the city acquired it. And ever since then, it just rests here. Otherwise, this beautiful, stunning boat, or ship, I would say, would have gone on, shipyard, graveyard, whatever. So thanks to the city, it's still here, and it's a historic monument right now. So basically the museum takes you through the experience. You start with a film about 12 minutes long that talks about what happened here. Dunkirk was locked in from both sides by the German Nazi occupants. At that time, at the end of May, Belgium collapsed, of 1940 of course, and what happened was there were around 300,000 soldiers who were stuck here. So what happened was UK decided to launch the Operation Dynamo. In 10 days they evacuated 340,000 soldiers from here, including 130,000 of the French. The museum takes you through this history. They show you a lot of memorabilia, weapons, cars, At the same time, they show you a little bit about the occupation of Dunkirk when it was occupied, how people lived, how people had to go into exile from here. And there are even some things like memorabilia of prisoner of war from France. So it's a very interesting place.
If you come here, you should definitely visit this museum. It gives you perspective of what happened, and it's just crazy. It happened like not so long ago. Okay, we are just relaxing by the beach. Once we are done with this beautiful view, we need to go back.
So thank you so much for joining us.
We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we did. Until next journey, au revoir.
Au revoir.